Hello there, everybody. It's wee Paddy from across the shop, and I've got a wee bit of eye candy in front of you. That's a model of my wee dog, Bonnie. So, this is a bit of eye candy while I tell you the story. You've seen in the description there, this is a video tag. I haven't done one for ages, and there's not been that many about, so I thought I would start one myself. And this video tag's a bit different. I've never seen this one before, but what I would like you to do is do me a little video on on three knives that you haven't used in at least the last 6 months. Now, if you're only just around and you only just started, don't worry. Just knives that you haven't used for a while. Doesn't really matter. So the time period isn't important, but for those of you who have been around a while, knives that you haven't used in at least 6 months or a year, or in my case, maybe a bit more. Now, I might have taken a picture and put it on Instagram because I would cheat like that, but I haven't actually used the knife. So that's that. So three knives, not four, not five, just three that you haven't used for a year, and three that you kind of like, or for whatever reason. The second thing I want you to put up is the flashlight or torch that you use the most. Not your best, not your high range, unless you use that the most, but the flashlight that you use the most. And the third thing is the watch that you wear the most. And just give a wee description on both the flashlight and the watch and let us know why you chose them and why you use them so much. So I'll take the eye candy off. Beautiful little dog that Bonnie is. And I shall start. My first knife is this. Is the Spyderco Tenacious, which I think everybody when they first... I changed the clip on this, put it a wee bit more deep pocket than what it was. When everybody comes around, they seem to get a Tenacious. Well, they did then. They don't so much now, but it's still an amazing work knife, an amazing knife. Now, my kids bought me this, so, I mean, I used it when I first got it. I absolutely loved it. It was a really high-end knife to me when I got it, you know what I mean? And it just shows you, it's lovely to see that progression. This in the Delica, and I thought I was the bee's knees. And that's the truth. I had just thought I'd come to knife heaven. Because before that, my knife choices wouldn't have been just quite so good. But there we go. Most of us were like that. Anyway, this is one that the kids bought me for. It was the first Christmas I came round. The next knife I'm going to show you, this is a more of a, well, it's turned out to be more of a novelty knife. This is, let's see if I can get this here. I'm in front of the window here. This is the T-Cut, T-E-K-U-T. It's the T-Cut Zero. And when this knife came out, this is a great wee cutter. It's 12C27, lovely little blade, lovely cutter, lovely little small knife, slips in your pocket, deep carry pocket clip. And there lies the novelty factor. This is deep carry, which is fine. Nobody's going to notice that in your pocket, but there's a wee detent, and it pops up to be ultra deep carry. So, I mean, I don't really know why you would need that. I suppose in my country over here where you're not allowed to carry a locking knife, there's a good way of getting a locking knife into your pocket without drawing any attention whatsoever. But you would only do that if you're a bad boy, and I'm not. I'm a good boy, my mummy said. So, there we go. There's the second knife. Lovely little cutting knife though. And the third was from my mate Ray over at Everyday City Carry in New York. He gave me this as a gift. Oh, when I wasn't long around, and again, this was just, I'd never seen knives like this. Never seen knives like this, you know, other than in movies and things. But they actually have one this sort of shape. And it's a beautiful knife, a lovely recurve. It's a razor. I mean, I did use it, and then it's sort of been set aside because I didn't want to mark it up. Isn't this terrible, the knife community? You get knives and say, oh, use your knives and that. But sometimes you just get gifts or something that I find hard use when I've got so many other knives. So, I didn't have the time, but I have now, so I don't really need to hard use it. But I do take it out every now and I'll take pictures of it. I'll fiddle with it at night time, but I've not used it for donkeys. Must be well over a year since I used it properly. I used it in a sharpening video, but not in a carry. So that's a Tucson. I have no idea what the number. It was a night morning design. D2, absolutely gorgeous knife. Loved it. Loved it. That was 8CR13, by the way, and 12CR27. Or 12, what is it? What do they call it now? 12C27. Sandvik steel. So there's my three knives, and we'll put them to the side. The three knives are there. Now, the next one is my most used flashlight. Now, this sort of surprised me because when I thought this was sitting on the desk in front of me, and it's the one that I use the most. It's probably not going to be what everybody thinks. It's not some super big flashlight. It is the TrueNight TI3. I have had this since my bushcrafting days that I used to use at night time for around the camp. You could have clipped it on your cap. It really is a gorgeous little a gorgeous little flashlight. It's really lovely and it's very simple. You just turn it on and you get the very low there and then the high. It's an amazing little beam, about 120, 130 lumens, but a great little flashlight. And it lasts for ages on a AAA battery, which is astounding. And that is the one that I use the most, to be honest with you. I mean, and I know we show pictures and we do all this, but if I'm being really honest, that's the one that I use the most. So, there we go. Next one, watch that I use the most. And this is it. It is, I haven't had that too long, but it's just a basic Casio. I got off Amazon. I love the big numbers. I can see them without my glasses on, which is why I went to this. I have a few watches that I've got there that are, higher end and much better. But honestly, I think this cost me £10 or something. And I just wear it. It's like a rubberized strap. I wear it. I don't worry about it. I knock it, thump it, do whatever. And it just keeps going at the minute. I think maybe about 6 months I've had it. I'm not sure. But I absolutely love it. It's a very comfortable watch on. And that's what I use. So there we go. Nothing high end, nothing complicated. And that's what I want. Just do a video about your stuff. Your stuff. 3 things. If you do the video, I'll put it up on my library. And it's a great way of you're just around. Get a video up, let other people see it. And it gets you in with the community. It gets people talking about you. I shall put, well, no, I'll do it in the next video. I have a couple of new channels that I'm going to put up in the next video. So this is it. Have a go at it. Let's see your knives. So I'll go through it again. It's the 3 knives you haven't used in over 6 months, if you can. The flashlight you use the most. And the watch you use the most. There you go. Paddy's away for a wee cup of tea. Bye now. Bye.